Go to the right hand. Hey, right hand, can I come up with the rhythmic pattern to fit the song? And then we're ready to put it together. Now I want to tell you something that's extremely, extremely important when you learn new songs. And that is, do not be concerned with the words. When you're learning a new, one of the ways that you can help yourself in this song is to think backwards in alphabet. D minor, C major, B flat major, A 7. And then the second part of the song, it's the same thing. It's just two letters though. D, C, D, C, D. It's pretty easy. Let's do this song one last time and then we'll go on, okay? Okay, D minor. Okay, we're going to start right at D minor. You guys remember how to do this song? Okay, now here's the rule we're using this time is if you have an ukulele, you got to be playing it. Okay, are we ready? Okay. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, ba 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 da da da. This is a major chord. Listen to it, and describe the sound of this chord to yourself. Now, the reason why I ask you to describe the sound of this chord to yourself is, that is the truth according to you. It won't make no sense for me to try to describe the sound of this chord for you. Just listen to this. This is the sound of a major chord. Okay? Listen to this. That is the sound of a minor chord. Can you hear the difference? Okay? Can you hear? Okay, now this is how you practice this at home all by yourself. I'll play one of these and you tell me if it's major or minor. Okay? Okay. Here comes the first one. Major or minor?
Major.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me give you a harder one. Are you ready? Major or minor?
Major.
Yes! I can't even fool you guys. Okay. How about this one? Minor. Yes. How about this one? Major. Good for you. How about this one? Minor. People, you cannot make a mistake tonight. It's impossible. If you think that you're making a mistake, really what that tells you is where you got to go to practice. There's nothing that says that everything that I talk about tonight you have to know. If there's something that we talk about tonight that is new to you and it has meaning to you, then you take that home and you practice it on your own. Because it doesn't take too long to memorize the difference between major, minor, and a seventh chord. We've already got 2 out of 3. Okay. Here is a 7th chord. Here is a major chord. Hear that? This is a 7th chord. How would you describe the sound of this chord?
你怎么去描述这些这样的和弦呢？
Go ahead. Anybody? How do you describe the sound of this chord? Huh? Go ahead. Say. Okay. Something needs to happen. Yes? Okay. Is it because this chord sounds incomplete by itself?
对，因为这个和弦听起来就是
It wants to go someplace else to be happier. Yes? Can you hear that?
听起来还没有解决哈。
Okay. When I play this chord, and then after this, I play this, we feel better. Yes?
对，后面那个和弦听起来就有那个已经解决的感觉。
That is the difference between a major chord in sound, a minor chord, and a seventh chord. And if you learn the difference in those sounds and learn 36 chords, you will be able to play any song in any key.
你如果会36个和弦的话，就是讲义里面有嘛，有大调、小调跟7和弦的话，你如果会这3个的话，你可以弹任何的歌曲哈，用任何的调，它已经包含所有的和弦在里面了。
You just told me with the study guide. Oh, okay. Okay, and I was leading to that. Okay, you see that study guide that has 3 chords that go across?
在后面哈，后面3页。
Yes. That chart has 3 pages to it. Okay? And as you can see, the letter names are on the left-hand column. So you have 12 major chords, 12 minor chords, and 12 seventh chords.
12个大调、小调跟那个7哈。
Okay? You have a question? Go ahead. Suspended chords, augmented chords, diminished chords do not have to be on that chart, and you do not have to know those in order to play any song. Because a suspended chord and a diminished chord and an augmented chord all are follow-ons from the chords there in that chart.
对，其实他刚提到，就是除了这3类的和弦之外，还有什么？还有 suspend 哈 ，suspension， 还有一些 diminish 或者 add chord。
All suspended chords are, and augmented and diminished chords are just chords that have little different decorations on it. That's all.
对，那这些和弦有点是装饰用的哈。那主要和弦还是那3类，哦，
But
那3
they
类主
all
要
are
讲。
derived from major, minor, and seventh chords.
对，那其他讲那些和弦是从这3类和弦衍生出来的。
Okay, so people, this is the study guide, one of the study guides that you have, and this is how you use it. Now, do not try to memorize all of these chords.
对哈。
Do not.
大家可能会觉得说这些 chord 怎么没有名称哈？我刚开始也是这样问他。那老师的重点是说你知道，其实你也不会，你也记不起来。那最好是用耳朵去辨别去听哈。
The way you should learn these chords is by using them based on the songs that you choose that you want to learn. If you just try to memorize 36 chords, what will happen is you won't know how to use them. When you apply these songs or these chords to songs that you actually want to use, then the chords have meaning. Okay? Any questions on that?
Why no major 7?
Because a major 7th chord is just like a suspended chord, an augmented chord, and a diminished chord. It's a matter of what kind of decoration is on the chord.
对，其实跟刚一样哈，刚那几类和弦一样，这些都是比较装饰用的和弦哈。
Okay? And for those of you who ask questions about like a major 7th chord and a suspended chord, if you just start with these 36 chords, I promise you, when you get to the point where you're very familiar with them, you will begin to hear better. Suspended chords, augmented chords, diminished chords, and major 7th chords. Okay? Okay.
如果大家对这36个和弦，对这3个调的声音熟悉的话，其实对大家刚提到那几类的和弦也会更越来越熟悉。
Okay, so now what I want to do is put up another progression for you. Okay, we'll play another song. Here it is. Oh. Here it is. If I write this, 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 and this. Okay?
1645
What is that?
6
minor,
1, 6 minor, 4, 5, 7. In the key of C, this is what?
A minor,
A minor, F, okay, G7. Now, how many of you do not understand how we got this? How many of you do not understand? Or are you afraid to say? Okay, now, what we have to do, people, what we have to do is, if you don't understand how we got that, talk to somebody who does, like one of your instructors, okay, because we can't take the time to explain everything in the 2 hours that we have tonight, okay? But let me ask you a question. If I play the same progression in the key of F, okay? The key of F. What is this chord? Yes. What is this chord? What? C7, yes. What is this chord?
G minor,
D minor. D minor.
目前主要是讲的在
And what is
转
this
调
one?
的部分啊。
What? B flat, yes. Okay, very good. And then again, importantly, if you don't understand this, talk to one of the instructors, come up and talk to me or David after the session, and we'll help you out.
如果对这个还不是很熟，可以请教一些对乐理的了解。
See this C, A minor, F, G7? Can you remember that? You sure? Okay. Okay, we're gonna play this together. 4 beats each chord. Okay?
4拍，每个和弦4拍。
对，等一下每个和弦打4拍哈。
Okay. Now you'll erase this one too. Can I erase this one too? Yes. Okay. Okay, listen very carefully. Okay. We're gonna play C, A minor, F, and G7. 4 beats for each chord. Okay, everybody got it? Okay, now listen. Hey, we're a team. We need to do all of this together. Are you ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and. How many of you have heard this song before, but you don't know what the words are? How many?
有哪些人有听过，但是不知道歌词的？
Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do with this song. We need to add more vocals. I need for you to sing. Okay? But We don't need to sing the words. We'll just make them up. Okay?
我们就需要把它哼出来就好了。
And we'll make these words up so that you can memorize them just that fast. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, you ready? 4 beats each chord. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, 3, and bum, 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 bum. Now what I want you to do is change the chords after 2 beats each. Got it?
2拍就换一个和弦。
You got to change every 2 beats. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How useful this progression is. Yes. One of the useful things about this progression is we can also use it as an introduction. A lot of times when we learn songs, we're good at learning songs. We know how to learn songs. But not so often do we use an introduction to a song. Introductions can make songs a lot better. They really can. And one of the most useful things about this progression is we can use it as an introduction. Okay?
Introduction 就是歌的前奏啊。
Okay? So, here's what we'll do. We'll play this, change after 2 beats. We'll play it twice. Okay? And after the second time, then we'll start this song that I just did. Okay? Are you ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and... Each chord.
2拍就换和弦啊。
Okay? Yeah, problem. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, 3, and. You see where I'm leading to this? Leading to the other part. Here we go. Hey, la da ding dong, lang a lang a lang, shaboom bye oh, ba doo ba doo ba dee, whoa, life could be a dream if I could take you up to paradise up above. Okay. See how useful that progression is? You've done a good job. Let me play for you some stuff now. All right, here's what we're just doing. I'm going to make it 4 beats. Okay? Now what I want you to do is listen very carefully to this progression.
我注意听着和弦的进行啊。
And what I want you to do is not look at it as a progression comprised of 4 chords. I want you to listen to this from beginning to the end and see if you can make out the musical sense, the musical sentence. Hear that?
重点就是不要只有听这4个和弦啊，就是从这4个和弦里面去产生音乐的
show you a little bit how we can apply that. Now, 2 beats each chord. Play it 7 first. Hello, now, listen to this. If I could take you up in paradise above, if you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream. Hello, hello again. Would you like to learn how to do that?
事实上，这个就是 C M I F G 哈，就这4个和弦呢，它用当那个这张表里面的2排，前面2排的哈。
You give them the punchline. I can tell. Yes? Okay. Okay. I want you to look at that sheet. Is that a sheet? Okay. On the first one, it'll look like this. You see the one that has C on it? Okay. Now, people, we don't have the time. We don't have the time to practice this tonight. Okay, but I just want to show you this so you'll know what this sheet says. At the top, see at the top, there are 4 chords. They form one progression. The one in the middle forms another one, and the one on the bottom. There are 3 progressions in each of 6 different keys.
好，那大家看到这一张这一面事实上有3排，对不对？哦，一排就代表一组和弦进行。好，比如说你 C M I G 7， 你可以用第1排，也可以用第2排，也可以用第3排。哦，其实味道都不一样，但是就是很jazz的味道。哦，就你不会听起来就像一直像 C M I G 那种感觉。
And all of these come out of this progression. Okay. Now, I want to show you one other way we can apply this. How many of you guys know the song 5'2"? 5'2"?
有听过吗？
Oh, you listen to this. I'll play it for you. What I'm going to do is I'll play this and make an introduction using this, okay? And then I'll play the song 5'2", and right in the middle of the song, I'm going to put a fill in of this very progression, and I'll tell you when I'm going to do it, okay? So. And now comes the song. 5'2", eyes are blue. Oh my, happened to you? Has anybody? Now listen, here it comes. Sing my gal. Turn up those, turn up those. Sitting so has anybody seen? Now let's pretend we're at the end. Thanks. The best news is you guys can do that. That's what this sheet is all about.
啊，其实照着这个弹，你们也可以弹出这样的东西啊。
Okay? Okay. It's a little bit warm. Let's take a 10-minute break and then we'll come back, okay?
OK， 那我们休息10分钟，好不好？大概8点半。